Hey guys, Ace here. Good for you to join me again. Been writing. I've just come out of some pretty hardcore mental health stuff. I did some writing, but I'm not going to read that because you got a bit angry. I had a bit of a rant about street photographers, so that probably won't be written, but it's not bad. But I did write something else, just some prose, just about something lighthearted. It's not based on any photo, but I mean, I could probably find a photo, but it's just about kids. About kids who enjoy photography, which is what I am, just a kid. Let's get this microphone right. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Quick sip. Well, we all met at McGonagall's place. Johnny McGonagall, that is, the kid brother of Patrick, who you might remember from that band, who was big here a few years back. McGonagall, that short kid with an even shorter fuse. The kid could go from 0 to unhinged quicker than a cop to a donut. McGonagall, the local street rag, what was its name? Street cleaner, if name serves me correctly, hated him, even when they put him on staff as a gig photographer. On staff is probably a misnomer. He could submit photos for a few bucks a pop and be invited to their end of year party, but apart from that, they hated him, and probably he them, but he loved the work, and that's how we met, just before he went on staff. The origin of our union unimportant. At this stage, all you need to know is that Johnny McGonagall and I were the self-proclaimed kings of geek photography in the city. Armed with whatever we could afford from the trading post, he ended up getting a pretty nice Leica setup from a garage sale that he was always afraid to use. Preferring this Nikon F something, gosh, it eludes me, but he loved that camera, and without a doubt, he loved him back. So there we were at Johnny McGonagall's with a loose associate of ours, this kid from just out of town. Funny little kid with boyish good looks and a smile that opened doors, became our swing shot for talking to girls and getting into over 18 clubs. William at birth, but Dickie to all of us. Dickie, he carried this little point and shoot, probably his mum's, loaded with some cheap film. What he lacked in photographic ability, he made up for in charisma. He found and committed his life that night to chasing and catching women that night at the party at Johnny McGonagall's, converting his energy and charm to scoring big time with Rebecca White. A solid 7 during the week and a high 8 here at this party with a high 8 at this party. White boob tube and skinny low-rise jeans. Her hair up in a cute ponytail with shimmering sparkles under her eyes. Young Dickie became a man that night to the tune of Porter's Head and the smell of bitter beer. McGonagall and I had our sights set on bigger targets, not speaking about women, of course, but about... I lost my place. We had our sights set on bigger targets, not speaking about women, of course, but trying to get past security, the Palladium, our Moby Dick, our white whale. With Dickie otherwise indisposed and the charms of Rebecca White, we had to seek alternative methods about getting past the ever-watching eye of the backdoor manager with our cameras. This was going to be the concert that catapulted us to international stardom. Yes, at this concert, some touring act from the US would notice us formless, scraggly rascals with 6 months of pocket money hanging around our necks in the form of banged-up SLR cameras, rolls of film zipped tightly into our worn-out but not broken camera bags. Our photos in the local street cleaner magazine will be noticed by some talent scout and recruit us right away to New York, LA or London if we could only get past that door bitch with her clipboard. Our so-called press passes forged estimations made up on the school printing press to give us authority and prestige were no match for the petty tyrants on the door. Our efforts rebuffed. We returned to Old Faithful, Sammy's, a trucker dive bar just out on the main drag as you approach the municipal yards. You know the place. They've got skimpy serving on Monday and Tuesday and a regular stream of local acts playing throughout the week, the kind of bar we could get in with a smile and a nod, sticky floor and smoke-filled air hanging around shimmering fluoro lights. The drinks were cheap, and to us at least, any girl that smiled at us was pretty. On that night, similar to the many others, we didn't get into the Palladium. Young Johnny McGonagall and I shot through rolls and rolls of film at Sammy's or the Ox or Cactus Crest or any other number of tiny bars, proclaiming to anyone who would listen that we were, in fact, the undisputed kings of gig photography in this here city. Returning home as the sun rose or shortly after, We would develop those black and white roles of celluloid beauty, punching up tales of both tall and untrue about the epic local gig country act Hank Hoochie Coochie, or the punk concert featuring Lead Fist, or whatever corny regional stereotype we were writing and featuring, ready to submit to print to Street Cleaner magazine, ready for the Tuesday print. We were Zephyr Saturn and Johnny McGonigal, and we were the best damn photographers you ever did see. So it's just something because I felt like writing. I needed to clear my head after a bit of a wobble. Hope you guys enjoyed. Zephyr. I had to think of names. I thought Johnny McGonigal was funny because it kind of rhymed, and the protagonist was Zephyr Saturn. I think that's a funny old name because it's kind of unisex as well. So like and subscribe.